Commissioner for Information, Festus Okoye. Wilkiso, let's hear you out.
Okay, right now we are together with the National Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission in charge of Adamawa in person of Baba Mila, who is at the Tongo Primary School to monitor the supplementary governorship elections in the polling unit, which is polling unit 019 that has 587 registered voters. Sir. 400. Okay, sorry, 487 registered voters in this polling unit. So how far so far the situation of the elections, the supplementary elections in Adamawa State?
Well, it started good, it started in time.
Okay, in most of the polling units that we have visited this morning, there was a delay on the arrival of the INEC, sensitive, both sensitive and non-sensitive battalions along and the INEC officials. What is the reason behind it?
Well, we have some little setbacks, and also the issue of security. Sort of delayed
What is this problem that we
I think we have overcome it.
Okay. What assurance will you give to the elections here in Adamawa State for peaceful conduct and free and fair elections?
Well, you know, if you look at the area, there is enough security. People can come. Very celebrative. Sure of success. Whoever wins.
Since the commencement of the elections, is there any challenges that you observed? The National Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission in charge of Adamawa State, Baba Mila, giving the situation report as regards to the supplementary governorship elections here in Adamawa State. He said everything is peaceful and we hope to see that the election is conducted under a hate-free and peaceful atmosphere. Free, credible elections. Back to our studio in Abuja. Ms. Bao, over to you.
Vicky, so thank you very much for the updates. The INEC Commissioner in charge of Adamawa State there talking to us about the supplementary election going on in that part of the state, and we hope that a peaceful atmosphere will continue to the very last moment. Now, Humphrey, you were giving us your thoughts about this process going down in Port Harcourt. From the observation of the Center for Democracy and Development, were you in any way able to talk to the politicians in that state participating in this process to ensure that they complement the level of publicity that media organizations have been able to give, and of course INEC in that part of the state, in that state?
Yes, so we did that not directly in terms of maybe convening meetings with the political actors, but our advocacy briefs, our various reports targeted both political parties, the politicians, and we all through both the presidential governorship, we did all of those discussions around the fact that ultimately the political parties are, in a sense, the beneficiaries of where you have robust turnout of voters, because they get elected into office, they get to push the programs, and policies on behalf of the electorate. So we have done more than enough of that level of moral suasion to get the political parties to come to terms with their responsibility in the democratic process and to do away with the tendency to resort to things like vote buying, voter suppression, intimidation of voters in areas where they feel their opponent has the upper hand, and also importantly, and my colleague earlier mentioned it, the question of information disorder, the spread of fake news, misinformation, which the political actors are very, very adept at doing. So we do all of these advocacies to them so that we can have a stable electoral process and one that can be a beacon of hope for the rest of Africa. Because we make no mistake about the fact that during our general elections, there were many African electoral bodies that were here to pick up key lessons for their own elections. Later in the year, I think in June, we'll have Liberia, we'll have Sierra Leone. All of these countries look up to Nigeria in a sense. And so we must be able to put up our best electoral practices whenever we go to the polls, which is why if we sound like we complain